Yeah! Hello Uncles and the Frenchels, it's Donald. Welcome back to my kitchen. And on today's menu, we'll be taking a look at new Pokemon cards. Again! Yeah! I said last time that Shining Legends was coming out October 4th. Yeah, that's less than a month away. And a month after October 4th, 1 month later, there is going to be a new expansion set. Crimson Invasion. With a lot new Pokemon cards. So, more Pokemon cards? That can't be that bad. Pretty good. So, we are gonna do a full review of the Crimson Invasion expansion set. Yeah, we're starting off with all the great nice GX cards, which, you know, some of them have been familiar. You've been following my channel, and, you know, we probably talked about these cards. However, there could be some fresh new cards that we definitely want to check out too. So, this is pretty much the full set. Alright, so let's get started. We talk about the good stuff first. And now remember, I'm going to try to rate most of these cards. Just 2 ratings. If you're a novelty card, I'm going to, you know, try you out one time. But, you know, just for fun, that's that. Yeah, you're for fun kind of card. The last is fresh. I can't use the other finger. If you're fresh, then you are a very solid card. Very, very solid card that I would, you know, be using over and over to, you know, get my victories. Alright, so let's start off with the Alolan Golem GX. Familiar face, he's Golem. He's been around since forever. He's Gen 1. Yeah, Gen 1, but now he is a Mario style. Yeah, okay, let's talk about them now. Hit points 250. The max base hit points in the entire game. You deserve nothing less. Above standard. Excellent. I mean, you can't really beat #1 hit points. We're gonna move on with that. Hammer in 80 damage. With the choice band, gotta bring it up. This is gonna apply to a lot of cards. Choice band gives you 30 more damage to EX and GX Pokemon. So, with a choice band, it does 2-shot potential on basic GXs, stage 1 GXs as well. So, things that we'll see, such as Silvally. That's not a Silvally build. This might be a Silvally. It will 2-shot it with its first attack and many stage 1 GXs. So, pretty good for a first attack. Let's go back to the Alolan Golem right now. There we go. Its final attack, 200. With the choice band, that's a 1-shot kill. It's worth 1-shot kills, and those big guys are worth it. Does 50 damage to itself, but it's worth it. It'll now have 200 hit points instead, but it's worth it. It's a 1-shot kill. How do you charge this up though? It's double colors energy compatible and electrode compatible. Electro double colors energy can be done in 1 turn. So that is the instant charge up. You will likely have to need a padding Pokemon, meaning a good, fast, basic, because these things takes time to set up. I'm not sure if, you know, you can set up both Golem and Electrode at the same time consistently, so that's that. And what is your GX attack? Also a big energy cost, 100 damage. Still in the 2-shot range. I mean, you follow with Hammer it? Yeah, that's okay. Your opponent can't play any cards. No energies, no supporters, no Poketools, nothing. Whatever's on the field is all they can do. Yep. It is a good lock. It's a very powerful lock. That's why it's a GX attack. And if it does get them stuck, you can follow up with a Hammer in, get a KO, and if he lives after that, go for Magnetic Tackle. So, the combo is all there. This actually looks like a good GX card. I'm going to rate you as a novelty. You're going to be an easy, hopefully an easy novelty then. Because of your energy cost, I don't trust anything that just has 4 energies. That's just a big rule. It is a stage 2. I have to give my opponent prize cards setting up electrodes. I just don't trust big energy cost. That's why you'll be, you know, very fun novelty there. And that's what it should be. Okay, we're gonna move on now. So this is, I'm gonna close up you. Where the next card is Buzzwole. This is a whole different league. He is a basic. He has 190 hit points. This is above average. Cards which we will see later. You know, you'll see this is mostly they have 180 to 170. That has been what's been for a long time. But now these new 190s are showing up. So above average. Good. Jet Punch. 1 energy does 30 damage and 30 more to one of your opponent's bench. This is big because its following attack combos with the first attack, pretty much making whatever he wants lethal. Yes, he's softening 2 Pokemons at once. Once he hits them with Knuckle Impact, that's that. They will blow up. You'll finish them off. So, alright, this Jet Punch actually doesn't do 30. Because remember about the Choice Band, you can also, Fighting Text also have strong energies. Provides fighting energy, 20 more damage. Yeah, what else do they have? They have Regirock. This can sit on your bench. 10 more damage. So he has a lot more damage than he looks, because he's a fighting Pokemon. So getting rid of that right there, let's take a look at... not you. That's how you charge up your Buzzwole. What does this do? Diamond, give 2 energy cards from your discard. Go into your Buzzwole. Let's get out of there. So, with a Choice Band, this first attack can hit for 60. If you're using a strong energy, 80 damage. 1 energy. And there's 30 more to the bench. It's good. Here's this next attack. 3 energies, which you saw. You can use Carbon. You can also use Max Elixirs. It's a basic. It's really easy to get these guys up. 160 damage. Big difference. With a Choice Band, it will one-shot itself. With strong energies, with Regirocks, almost every Pokemon can be one-shotted. There's a slight penalty that it can't use the attack next turn. This Pokemon can't attack. It's not like this Pokemon can't use Knuckle Impact. It can't even use Jet Punch either. How do you fix this? If you retreat him, this debuff disappears. That's just part of the rules. So a Zoroark and Floatstone combo would do that. Floatstone would put Zoroark's retreat to 0. Stand in. You can jump in, take Buzzwole's place. Floatstone retreat home, because that doesn't count as a retreat. That's an ability. And Buzzwole's penalty is removed. Once the full combo is in effect, you will spam the one-shot over and over. He is tanky. He can take a lot amount of hits. If that was all his stats, I use him ready, but he has a GX attack. He has an Absorption GX, which does not make sense what it does. It does 40 damage times your remaining prize cards. At the start, you have 6. That's 240 damage. It will one-shot pretty much anything but a Alolan Golem. Stage 1 GX, base GX. At the start, though, if you use it to open up a big Pokemon, yeah. Gardevoir, yeah. Take with that. In fact, with all the strong energy stuff, it's a one-shot at the start of the game. You are the best card in the expansion. You are the best card. This is... Yeah, we'll go back to you later. How am I gonna rate this? Fresh. Super fresh. Super fresh rating. So, alright, let's go ahead and close up Buzzwole as well as these texts. Next is Kartana. We talked about the best. This is the worst. Yeah. His number's a bit lacking, but let's go through it. 170 hit points. That's one of the low level. It's still standard. I mean, that's not much your Coconut Master. You Tapu Lele has, so it's okay. Ability similar to Tapu Lele. Cut down when you play for your bench. Just like Tapu Lele, you can discard a special energy off your opponent's Pokemon. It also eats up a bench space, and it also can be Ghost out for 2 prize cards. The bench space is the biggest part, though. Why don't you just use Enhance Hammer? Well, it's not taking a bench space at all. Yeah, but you know, let's keep moving. What else does it do? Alright. This is the competitor, but I'll talk about you later. Kartana, you have an attack and a GX attack. Kartana, look at this number, 70. You're gonna need a little bit of help to get a 2-shot. You're gonna need a Choice Band as well as... There's a card called Delmise that gives it 10 more damage as long as it's sitting on the bench. And at that point, yeah, you have 2 shots. It doesn't come natural. Other GX Pokemons with 3 energies, like Buzzwole, can get at least a 2-shot, and Buzzwole gets a 1-shot. So that's totally different. However, you may shuffle the Pokemon back into your deck. So after it takes likely 1 hit, it's gonna need to do that. You know, if you want to deny your opponent's a prize card. However, you have to do that every single turn. I mean, after 1 hit, damage is pretty high. If it doesn't get 1-shotted, it probably can only survive 1 hit. mean, if it, it had the same tech I was talking about, it would survive one hit from itself. Yeah, with a choice band. So you have to be able to charge these up every single turn, and it takes at least 2 energies. 1 double colorless, 1 metal. So it's hard to fight with this thing. It's hard to fight with this thing. It doesn't have the stats. That's why I think it's one of the worst. However, the GX is pretty nice. 1 energy, you get the prize card. So now you just need 5 more prize cards to win. Yeah, pretty sweet. And after that, well, might just well fight with it for a bit. But I wouldn't make I wouldn't make a main Kartana deck. All right, now I want to talk about its competitors. Magierna's here. I mean, it's also a similar stats, even a little bit better damage. But Mystic Heart prevents anybody with the metal energy. Prevents all other special effects of your opponent's attack, like poison, any extra attacks. It doesn't work on it. So Magierna is a competitor. Enhanced Hammer is a competitor for Kartana. It's gonna be hard for me, to like Kartana. I think I want to put it as a novelty. There might be some way to use it, but I want to put it as novelty. It's hard to squeeze in right now. So we are gonna go ahead and move on. Why do we have strong energy here? We're gonna want to talk about Guzzlord, not Guzma. Guzma became a Pokemon. He be a Guzzlord. Yeah, take a look at his big. I like this card. All right, take a look at the hit points. 210 basic. That's better than the Buzzwole. He had only 190. This has 20 more. What's up with that? Yeah, that's Wishy-Washy GX level. So you were tied with Wishy-Washy for best basic GX hit points for a basic GX. What do? First attack is Eat Sloppily. Discard 5 cards, and if it's not, it only likes energies. It actually takes any energy card, so even double colors, and put them onto this Pokemon. Great! But killing 5 cards in your deck in a normal deck does not work. You probably have a 56 energy deck to make this work, and hopefully you don't reshuffle too much to find your Guzzlord. Yeah, that's the only way this is gonna work. That's pretty much the only way it's gonna work. What else? Alright, so if you can't use Eat Sloppily, then you have to charge up the normal way. It's gonna take 5 energies. 5 energies to attack. Tyrannical Hole, 180 damage. That will one-shot a lot of basics by itself. Choice Band, that will now get stage 1 GX as well. All but the stage 2 is one shot. If paying 5 energies, it better be a one-shot KO. And its GX is great. Unfortunately, these two have to be dark. You can't use the double colors at this point. There's 100 damage. That's kind of low. But if your opponent's knocked out, you get 2 more prize cards. Free. Better than Kartana. This time it's 2. And those 2 are bonus prize cards. You get whatever you get from knocking out. Anything. So you hit the baby Pokemon. Those 2 are bonuses. That is huge. You will win very quickly if you are able to pull a Guzzlord off. That is crazy. So, how do you expect to charge stuff? Well, if you want to do the 54 energy ways, 56. Actually, we need some sways. You could use Talonflame. We use this for these kind of decks. They're stage 2, but if you get them at the very start, they count as a basic Pokemon. Yeah, that's what Gale Wing does. At the start of the play, you get this. You can set this up, and it's Arrow Blitz. It allows you to set the Guzzlord quickly. You can find anything. Find your Guzzlord, so it's a nice placeholder because it homes under the Guzzlord. You would then need to attack once, then your Guzzlord needs to attack. And every time you want your Guzzlord to, do something, it always has to use that first attack. So, you may not want to do that. The better way probably to charge it up is probably just use Wishful Baton. Use it on a Pokemon that's compatible with it. Transfer 3 energies over to Guzzlord, and he's almost ready to go. So, he's too slow to charge up quickly. You need a padding Pokemon. So use Wishful Baton on something else. We'll see what happens to see what it is. Darkrai GX is good. You probably can fit it with Guzzlord. Okay, let's move on. All right, now nobody heard that. Nihilego. You're the next one. By the way, Guzzlord, novelty. You're so expensive. Kartana, novelty. Guzzlord's novelty, but you'd be a very fun novelty. So, Nihilego! Let's go talk about you. 180 hit points. That is, we looked at Guzzlord and Buzzwole. 180 is standard for basic. Just leave it as that. What is your ability? Nihilistic Light. When you play this card from your hand to your bench, just like Tapu Lele. Both actives, yours as well, is now poisoned and confused. So you must use Chaos Tower. Chaos Tower prevents poison and confusion from your Pokemon. It also prevents sleep and paralysis from your opponent's Pokemon as well. But that's okay, you're using the Nihilego, so that's what you comboed with. So that can work with a lot of deck, as long as I'm working on your Pokemon. You know, you can fit it anywhere. I guess you can get better synergy with the Alolan Golem because it has an attack Chemical Breath. Does 70 damage for every special condition on the enemy. That's 2 special conditions, so that's 150 damage. Give a choice, man. 180 damage. Ah, cool. But what if you want to redo the ability? It's sitting on your bench. You gotta pick it up again, so you gotta use the Super Scoop Up. Flip a coin if heads. There's a chance you get to pick up Nihilego and use it again. Alright. But what if I want to fight with it? Alright, so we gotta get rid of that there. But I want to fight with it. I have to be using Psychic Energies. That makes sense. You don't have to be using it if you want it as a support. But if I want to fight with it, 3 energies. Alright, that's average. 120. 2-shot potential. Pretty average. Competes with Tapu Koko for that. And the opponent can't retreat. Nice bonus effect. So, with a choice band, that's absolutely a one-shot. And if they hurt themselves through poison, confusion, oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's got the damage there. It can fight it. But how about this GX? Add 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck, so it's helping them deck out, and they have more prize cards. 2 more prize cards, which pretty much undoes his death. So they get pretty much no prize cards. If you're able to waste one of your attacks to use Parasite, if it just gets KO'd the next turn, then you just pretty much just stopped it from getting a prize cards, and you didn't really do anything. Maybe bought some more turns, perhaps. Or if you have Wishful Baton, you can just pass these energies back, and you maybe it still doesn't cheat much. Yeah. So momentum-wise, even though this looks like a powerful effect, I might just want to attack, so I get prize cards myself. So that's my rating. Sorry, that's how I feel about the GX. It probably isn't as useful as it looks. I'm gonna give you a novelty rating. I haven't thought up the powerful combo yet that makes it like fresh, not Buzzwole. But you do have potential. You're a support. So you have you might not should be counted as the same category. And you know what? Its damage is there. Its regular attack is good. All right, it's not so bad. But it really needs a killer combo to make this go through. By itself, it's not so bad. I'm going to move on with that. I'm going to keep it as is. So, next up is the Exeggutor GX. 200 and... Oh, let's break it down. Alright, Exeggutor, you are a dragon Pokemon, and you have long decks now. It's kind of weird. It's like Golem now. So, 220 hit points. That's above average. Most Pokemon, stage 1 at 210. Okay? Tropical Head, I messed it up in the first time I did this video. It actually does energy damage based on the energy it has. 1 energy, 20 damage. 2 energies, 40 damage, so on. So the scaling is kind of weak. Yeah, but it hurts anything, so you might be able to poke something down. Slowly. It's a first attack. We just move on with that. Choice band 50. Pretty good. Dragon Hammer. Wow. 4 energies. That's expensive, man. That is expensive. There are ways to make it work, but let's talk about what it does, completely. 120 damage, 2-shot potential. 2 shots itself. Opponents confused. They may not be able to retaliate. Confusion sucks, and always confused. Absolutely always. So for a 4 energy attack, it might not be too bad. How are you gonna get 4 energies? You could use, there are many ways. Double colors energy. Probably the best way is to use the Shining Legends Venusaur, which hasn't come out. It'll come out next month. All your grass energies counts as 2. So now when you get this guy up, only 2 energies is required to attack with Exeggutor. Strangely, doesn't need, it's a dragon. They usually take 2 energy types. No, that's okay. All grass is fine. So 2 grass energies, Dragon Hammer, that's worth it. That's above average if you could get that combo to work. And final attack, Tower Go Round. The GX attack, 180 damage. Hey, that's a one-shot Nihilego. Choice man, It's a one-shot Guzzlord. Yeah! What does it do? You can move energies from your Pokemon to your other Pokemon. So you can move energies wherever you like. Wounded Pokemon, usually off wounded Pokemon, to something healthy. So say he's about to go down next turn. He gets a one-shot with the tower go round. He moves all the energy off them. Just for one turn. Oh yeah, you can save 4 energies. Technically 2 with Venusaur. Alright, and that is the last GX card of the expansion. We still have, wow, a lot more shiny cards to talk about. What do I have here to remind myself? Venusaur, I gotta take that out. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about Tapu Koko really soon. So, the rest of the expansion, a lot of cards that you have seen, a lot of cards you haven't seen. A couple, better say a couple. Alright, this is the best card expansion, right? Oh, I forgot the rating. Donald, how would you rate the Exeggutor? Kinda late, isn't it? Novelty. I don't trust anything with big energies. And it's requiring a big Venusaur tech to work. Big Avola, possibly. So that's why it's there. All right, Cacturne, however, is a totally different story. 1 energy. Regular's 30. If the Pokemon's already wounded, 90. Give it Choice Band, that's 2-shot for 1 single energy. But it's already wounded, Donald. Yeah, like you're using Tapu Koko. Flying Flip wounds everything for 20 damage. And if you could get a couple of these in, this kind of applies for every single deck, but if you can't get a couple, that's going to, that may make Spike Red even lethal. You can boost Spike Red up with, something that, let's see, Lurantis, the promo Lurantis, Sunny Day. You could get a lot of value with this 1 energy. This is probably the best non-GX of the expansion. Now you see the combo. Yeah. Everything else is it's okay. It uses stage 1, but you gotta limit this somehow. I mean, it's worth 1 prize card. It could probably fight with the other GXs, all the GXs we talked about, and have come out on top. So, yeah, moving on, Carablast. You see ability, you looking it's cool, but look what it does. You may discard a Shelmet from your hand, and then you can evolve it. I mean, you could just use a Level Ball or Ultra Ball, and it evolves into a Pokemon called Escavalier, which we'll see later. It sucks. There's no reason. This ability would be nice if the Pokemon it turned into was good, but it sucks. Don't believe me? Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. Moving on. Go. Oh, interesting. Alright. Abilities. Sap Sipper. This is 80 damage to your opponent's grass. So if you're playing not grass, probably most of the time, you get no effect. However, if you are playing a grass, it's probably lethal to that grass Pokemon. With the Choice Band, that is what 210. Its only attack does 80 damage. It heals it. Go fashion. Why are they reprinting this guy? All right. With a Choice Band, it's a 2-shot though. 1 grass energy, 1 double colorless energy. Kind of boring until you play another grass Pokemon, which you'll go to town. So, by the way, so far everything you've seen are novelties. Except you. You're fresh. Alright, here, this is good. A free attack. Fire Dance! Choose fire energies in your discard, which a lot of Pokemons do discard fire energies. Put them back onto your Pokemon, but you must match, whatever energies they have when they're active. Your opponent's active. They have no energies in active, which, doesn't make sense. Usually 2, usually 3. You can get 2, 3 energies back. And you don't have to pay this Marowak anything to do it. It'll do it for free. I mean, we use Carbink for fighting Pokemon, so we'll use this Marowak. We will use this Marowak. But unfortunately, Volcanions out there, you have to pay 1 energy to Volcanion. Marowak, you don't. It's free. So, but I think it's a solid competitor. Volcanion, you don't have to evolve, though. It has potential. It's only good for this. The remaining stats and attacks, okay. You do 90 damage with this, but really, it's this free Fire Dance. It's kind of like the Alolan Vulpix for fire Pokemon, but you have to evolve. Volcanion's 1 bench space. You always get 2 energies. So it's going to be hard for this to compete with Volcanion, but it's not so bad. We definitely will want to give this a try, because you might actually, hey, it's free. You might get more energies overall. It has the potential to beat Volcania in that aspect. Moving on, Numo camera. No. Novelty. We talked about this last time in the previous video. Special cannon. You must always discard a special energy if you want to attack. Can't see a way around it, and it has 2 shots. I don't know if I can pay for that. His hit points are a bit low. It's okay. You know, as long as you get 2 shot, we can make a non-GX work. Definitely a novelty deck, though. Definitely a novelty deck. This is also a novelty. I like to show this off because, man, that's expensive attack for 80 damage. But you can discard 2 energies, which is different because not many Pokemon. I don't think there's any Pokemon that is like a guaranteed 2 energies. This is one of the biggest energy discards for too many energies. Novelty, but I just want to point it out because it's a novelty. We're gonna move on. We're gonna skip a Moga. We're gonna talk about this guy. Alright, Gengar. Every Gengar has been good. Pokemon does Gengar justice. What do? Eroding Curse. Whenever your opponent puts an energy onto the Pokemon, they take 2 damage. 2 damage doesn't sound much, but it adds up. Because, you know, you may take 2 turns, 3 turns to charge the energies. As long as they're attaching it from their hand, even with abilities, it's gonna kick in. Yeah. So that they also stack. If you have 4 Gengars, 1 energy is 80 damage. So by the time you attach the 3rd energy, it's lethal, which looks like a very fun novelty deck. Oh yeah. So Pitch Dark, you know, combined with the Curse, combined with Choice Band, that's pretty much 2 shot potential. Confusion. Oh yeah, Confusion's nice. Free Retreat. You're gonna make a great novelty deck. I can already see how to build you. Ah, you might even fork the. Nah, I'm gonna max this ability out. So, has to be on Gengar. It's gonna be fun. This gonna be a fun novelty deck. Okay, moving on. Gorgeist. Oh, this one's tough to do. 1 double colorless energy to do it. Stage 1 is the same hit points as Garbodor. You may discard your Poké Tools off your Pokemons, which you can have up to 6, including this guy right here, in order to get a 1-shot. It does 40 damage for every Poké Tool you discard. How do you sustain this? There is a card to help coming up soon, but it's not going to be enough. It may work with Expanded. But this looks hard to get because you need 4 energy, at least 4, yeah. With a Choice Band, 4 to 5, you know, to get this KO. If you get all 5 to discard, that's 200 damage, which you need. 4 is only 160, and hopefully you're holding a Choice Band. Don't have to discard the Choice Band. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that's 4 cards you must spend every turn. That's tough. Alright, novelty. Salazzle, nasty plot. Look for any 2 cards you want. You stole Zoroark's attack. Nice, but unnecessary because you have to use the attack slot. And but Severe Boys, look at this. Put 4 damage counters instead of 1 between turn. I tried this with a Dragalge, even with Soul Viper and Veer Bank. You need something else. You need the Arbok. And the Arbok from Shining Legends is better, so this may look good. I've already tried it. There's a Dragalge that's almost exactly this. Didn't work out for that guy. So, moving on. We talked about you guys. We already talked about Aggron. It has very cool first attack where it does damage based on how much damage you have on all your bench Pokemon. Easiest way to do this is with Potown. You hurt your own Aggron. Yeah, it's scaled up, and then you can get a decent damage. Your Aggron will, you know, be wounded, but that's how you get some extreme damage levels. Otherwise, it doesn't seem too special. 4 energies for a 2-shot kind of stinks. Yeah, but you do have, you know, GX level stats. Tapu Lele is like, dang, that's a lot of hit points. It's stage 2 though, so that's a bit tough. Moving on, Registeel. I just fight with a Regirock. We'll talk about Regirock later. Registeel. If you got a Regice down there, it heals away 30, but it's easy to 1-shot this. Nihilego's like, I'll just 1-slot shot it. Kind of bad example since it's weak to Psychic, so it's resistance to Psychic. You know, with a Choice Band as 2 shots, you could fight with this, but you know, this effect isn't that great. So, Registeel, no. Remember that Shelmet we talked about? This one evolves too. Yeah, that Carablast evolves into this. You can see the Carablast in there. 3 energies. It has a 2-shot, but it also hurts itself. We need that to hurt itself. So you see, you know, if you have nice ability that works on a bad Pokemon, that kind of stinks. Alright, do we want to talk about Staraptor? It's very energy expensive, 4 energies. You have to get the KO, and when you get the KO, you get to switch it out with a possibly useless Pokemon. Something's gonna have to take damage, so Staraptor, no. Not interesting. Regigigas, interesting. Alright, take a look at this bad boy. Look at his hit points. It's not a GX, but it's equal to a GX Pokemon's hit points. Look at that damage. 160! No penalty. You have to scar the stadium, so if you really need the stadium, I guess it is a penalty, but really, this is not that too bad of a deal. So, the problem is his ability is bad. It's negative ability. Ancient Seal. You must have these 3 in play. You really don't. You need the Alolan Muck. The Alolan Muck will break the Ancient Seal for you for one bench space instead of 3. It will actually shut down all basic abilities, so no Tapu Lele in that deck right there. But 5 energies, how do you get this up? You know, only basic abilities, if you're using the Alolan Muck, you have to use, you know, possibly a stage 2. You can use Vikavolt. You can use the Venusaur that you saw earlier. Both those stage 2s quickly charge up your Regigigas. You could use Kiawe. Kiawe can only be used almost once, and you cannot Kiawe every time you want to use Regigigas. And this is just 1-2 shot. You need to help this. You need to give a Choice Band, boost its damage a little bit, because this many energies for a 2-shot kind of stinks. 5 energies, other Pokemons pay 3, 2. In fact, the card that we talked about there, the Cacturne only counts 1. Yeah, novelty. Here's the novelty card, Sinkino. This is new. Huge request. You ask your opponent if do you want to take 80, Choice Band, 110 damage, or do you want to give me 2 extra cards? That's a little too much control. It was just straight 80, something like that, similar to Cacturne. I'd take it. But yeah, this doesn't look reliable. Your opponent's totally in control of that, so I know. Novelty. We talked about Savali. We're looking at trainers now. Did you know Savali can become fighting type as well as psychic type? I thought really hard if these will help out Savali. It's eating up Choice Band. It's eating up muscle dumbbells. And those are universal attacks. These only work in Savalis. They're good if you can hit for weakness damage, but they're bad if you don't hit for weakness damage. That's why weakness policy kind of sucks. You made me thinking that you could be able to use Psychic and as well as Fighting Text. Fighting Text, yeah, strong energies until if this gets removed, strong energy gets removed as well. It's like, why don't I just give this a Choice Band, you know? And that's in reality. I don't think I thought about other combinations as well. There's very few solid combinations you can use with this. Using regular Poketools is likely going to be better. Yeah, a lot of techs these days, fairy Pokemons will share all their benefits, all the special benefits with anything with a fairy energy. Things such as Fairy Garden, perhaps. That stadium only cares if you have the fairy energy, not if you're fairy type. So this is why I believe these cards will be limited. Although it's cool, Gladian! Yeah, Gladian. You're now a supporter. You get to look at all your prize cards, pick what you want, and switch it with Gladian. Then you mix it all up. So if you have something you really want there, then Gladian's good. Only one card. You're gonna know what those cards are when you look through your deck once, like with Ultra Ball. So it's okay. If that one card is something you need, great. If it's not, who knows? Who knows? Gladian looks like a hit or miss, but usually a hit. You're gonna get something out of Gladian. Alright, moving on. We have Warp Energy's already in Shining Legends. The energy you attach this on probably won't be able to attack because you have to switch. It only works on the active. And the active goes back to the bench line, so that doesn't make sense. You want to put energies on Pokemon you fight with, not run away. Alright, so taking a look. The Kahuna. I want to say Kahuna, but it's really Kakuna. Kakuna has a similar effect to, Frogadier. You get 3 Kakunas. You don't have to evolve from Weedles. Put them on your bench. And then this Kakuna's 80 hit points will probably go down. But now you have 3, hopefully 3 Beedrills. 3 Beedrills. What do the new Beedrills do? First attack always paralyzes when you evolve from a Kakuna. Does 10 damage, always paralyzes, and poison. Even with a Choice Band, that's 70 damage if they don't retreat. And then the Sharp Needles, 90 damage. Kinda low, and you're gonna have something to fight with a Beedrill. But you can see you want to paralyze with this first attack. You want to use Sharp Needle after. You may need some damage boost. Or you just might need another Pokemon to fight along with this guy, such as Viper charges up. Lorantis, this looks tough. Mainly because the point's so low. If only at higher hit points, maybe a little bit more damage too would be good. So most of these cards are novelties. Most of them are novelties. Moving on, anything. This is a Shelmet you throw off. Second round. Just give me a trainer, man. I don't want to use a Shelmet. Okay, moving on. What else do we have? Magikarp. Man, these are... Wow, that's not a Magikarp. I don't know what that is. But anyways, these Magikarps are immune to... It can't be attacked. They're pretty much immune to... These would work with the old previous Gyarados, which required wounded Gyarados. It's an ancient origins. That's been rotated now. So, I was like, don't worry. You can still have fun with me and expand it. So basically, this is the best Magikarp that's ever made. Best Magikarp. Ha ha ha. Moving on. However, if you can attack with it. If you're really desperate, you can Water Fall Evolution allows you to just turn it into a Gyarados right away. Gyarados or Gyarados GX. What does Gyarados GX do? Alright. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't talk about you. I should have talked about you to start. Why did I miss you? Oh man, let's talk about Gyarados GX. 240 hit points. This is a way above average for stage 1. That's stage 2 level. That's very tough. But most Pokemon still one-shot it pretty nicely. Easily though. So it doesn't make too much. Some difference, not too much. Waterfall, 70 damage. Choice Band, 200. Needs a little bit of help. A little bit under, yeah, a 2-shot. It can't even 2-shot self, but it's special though. It still can't hit, most stage 1 with that. Basic, it's okay, but it's the stage 1 GX. It shouldn't be that powerful, right? So Dragon Calamity, wow! I don't think this could be your main Pokemon. It takes 5 energies to get this up. And it's copying Primal Groudon's attack. 100 damage here, 100 more if you have a stadium. Or if there's any stadium, and that stadium has to be there. And it has to be discarded. So you have to feed him stadiums. He wants buildings to destroy. He's a very destructive Gyarados. Getting him charged up is tough. I don't, at very most, I think I can work with 1 Gyarados, maybe even 2. Don't think about main. That 5 energies for 2 Gyarados seems too much. That's 10 energy. So how do you get it up? Wish Baton. You can try to fight with Palkia EX. You could try to run lots of Aqua Patches. Either way, I think getting 1 up is probably the most efficient way. I don't think I can get more than 1 up. What's the fight with that? But, he's got a lot of nice stats. If he chain 1-shots a couple Pokemons with this Dragon Calamity, it might be worth it. He is absolutely going to need something to pad him in to help, in the meantime. He can't be the first Pokemon to fight. Somebody has to pad it for him. And he does have a GX attack. 1 energy. Discard 1 energy from all your opponent's Pokemons. Unfortunately, they're not going to throw energies everywhere. But best you get 2 energies. 2 DCs on 2 Pokemons. That's the best value. Maybe even 1. But it's still good value for 1 energy attack. So, but overall, charging this guy's going to be expensive. You're definitely a novelty GX Pokemon. Alright, moving on. Another nice novelty card. Mamoswine, 180 hit points. Stage 1. All the new stage. Wait, what are you? Why do I keep saying it's stage 2? There's only stage 1, isn't it? Wait, No, this is definitely a stage 2. This is a typo. You evolved from a pillow swine. There we go. Yeah. You have equal to a basic GX. That is very good. Very, very good. Your stump. Flip 2 coins. 30 damage each head. Average of 90 with a choice band. That's 2-shot-ish. Yeah, it's 2-shot-ish mostly if you get double tails. No. So this it's okay. Overzealous tackle. 90 damage. But 9 more damage if you want to. 180. Choice band lethal. Lethal. But you must hurt it by 10 damage every of the 9 extra bonus you spend. So you don't have to spend all 90. You can if you want to one-shot the GX like Guzzlord. Yeah, that'll be worth it. You will not survive the next turn, and it's too long to set up. It's a stage 2. This is a stage 2, and it takes 4 energies. Novelty. It'll be a very difficult one for me to, even try to make that one work. You're gonna need you're gonna need a setup. Same thing with pretty much the same thing with the Gyarados, except with much less hit points. Well, you're gonna hurt yourself with those hit points, so that kind of takes it away. Milotic, yeah. When people ask what my favorite Pokemon is, I say it's Milotic, because it was one of the most hardest ones to get in that original Ruby game. So let's move on. What does this new Milotic do? It's all about its Mercy attack. Choose a Pokemon that's wounded off your opponent's bench. Shuffle it all back. Whatever it's stage 1, whatever it is, it goes back. It doesn't get you any prize cards whatsoever. And because, it doesn't get you closer to winning, it may slow your opponent down, but it gets you closer to winning. That's why it's novelty. Novelty, Rick, guys! Yeah, the thing that comes with that Registeel. Yeah. So what does this do? It's only immune to stage 2 GXs, or actually any stage 2 Pokemon. If there's a Regirock, stage 1s and basics, there's always a basic. There's even Tapu Lele, which makes it, not as impervious. The Iceberg Shield isn't that great. And you have to have a Regirock. And the damage, you're not gonna see. You're definitely very novelty level. We're gonna see. All right, moving on. The Alolan Raichu. This is Banana Master. But now you have to evolve from Pikachu. It has even less hit points. It has 10 more damage for the exact same attack or the exact same thing. At least you get free retreat. Banana Master gives you bananas. He's a bad Banana Master. Come on, Pokemon. This is Alolan Raichu. You gotta give us a really cool one. Where's your GX version? Moving on, Miss Magius. A sometimes 2-shot with 2 energies. Miss Magius does 20 damage for every card in your opponent's hand. They'll try to minimize their hand to minimize damage. Totally under your opponent's control. But usually, they might up to 4. With a choice band, that's all you need to get a 2-shot. There are other better Pokemon that do that better, such as the Cacturn. Yeah. We are gonna move on. Grumpig. It can't be confused. Yeah, I can use Nihilego with this. It'll just be poisoned. Psych up! During your opponent's next turn, it does 60 more. No, your next turn does 60. So it does 60, then does 120. 60 more damage. That's how it works. So it's another generic stage 1 that might have a 2-shot in somewhere. It's a 2-shot. It's a 2-shot. It's just a weak. You just have to pay up DCs and energy. So kind of boring-ish. Oranguru, remember that Gorgeist? Yeah, that you have to discard 4 or 5 Poketools to get a 1-shot. He fishes them back up. 1 energy force mechanic. You have to give up your attack though. So no consecutive 1-shots. You have to. At least you put them into your hand. 3 of them. That's 120 damage next turn. That's why that's too long. You can't give your opponent a free turn or free prize cards. So this Banana Master is not so hot. Yeah, okay. Moving on. We talked about Nihilego. Primate. Primate is a very efficient attack. 2 fighting energies for 90 damage. And for the next turn, it takes 30 more damage, pretty much. Actually, even if you switch Mankey, this gives your opponent's Pokemon the buff. They'll keep this 30 damage, so they could use this onto their onto another one of your Pokemon's, like with Lysander or something. You can't use Guzma though, so it's bad. Even though this is efficient with a choice band, you get 2 shots. If you really wanted to make this work, it could work. Primate, yeah, it's gonna be a novelty deck, not as effective as the Cacturn, but this, you know, what's shooting for. Moving on, Regirock. This boosts Registeel's attack by 10 for every one you got. You can already use Delmise. And the stats are quite nice, that even better than Registeel's that you saw earlier, that I just fight with this. This is the strongest of the Regis. If I really wanted to, I just fight with this card. It already has a straight 2-shot, 1-shot by itself. You can use fighting text to boost his damage up. It's good. Okay, so it's a good basic Pokemon that can fight in snow, not a GX. Moving on, alright, Beware. Fighting Beware. I like how this card works. Ability, Fluffy. Takes 30 less damage from all your opponent's attacks, except fire. So if you're using Volcanion decks, like whatever, he still has 130, but 160 hit points is GX level. This is spectacular. This is good. This is another card I'm excited about. This is... I want to put you as very high novelty level, man. Let's talk about the attack first. 1 fighting energy, 1 double cause energy, all fighting energy, some strong energies, 20 more damage. 60 base. If your opponent's evolved Pokemon, then it does 120, which really secures it as a 2-shot. If it's a basic GX, given a choice band and a strong energy, it will 2-shot anyways. Regardless if it has the bonus damage or not. It's pretty much a 2-shot. Yeah, it doesn't need this. You don't really need this effect, pretty much. But it is definitely useful when you're hitting the bigger Pokemons. So I rather hit 120 better than 60. So it's, you still need the choice band, and it can, yeah, you can just fight with this right as is. I know, like, dang, there's a Beware we have right now that has similar effect on basic, but you could just straight fight with this Beware. Don't even care about the other one. Yeah, be consistent. It's fighting tech too, so I like this. Use it a bit more easier. You and Cacturn are gonna be prime on the list. We have. We're not gonna talk about you. This is a weird card. We want to talk about Hydreigon. Hydreigon is a stage 2. Stage 2's abilities are usually good. This is one of the first ones where I'm like, what do you do with this? You discard your own bench Pokemon. You pick 3 that will be spared. Everything else gets discarded. All cards attached to it. It seems like a negative effect to me. I'm stumped on this one, guys. I'm stumped on this one. It does have a 3 energy 2-shot though, which is average. But what do you use with this ability? You have to fill me on that one. Like, I know Pokemon, but you're gonna have to help me with that one, guys. We have the new Zerdia Switch. Ooh, that's blurry. What does it do? It has average, decent hit points for a legendary. Like Regirock, 3 fairy energies, has 2 shots, but it can't use Bright Horn, so you must use like the Zoroark trick. So I was like, oh, just let me fight with something else. It might be I don't know. I actually don't know why you would charge Xerneas up. I would use Banana Master. It's almost the same. Yeah. Yeah, strange novelty guy. We have a regular Komodo. We have a Komodo GX. I was like, look at my regular version. Alright, regular version. Warcry does 30 base damage. But if you have less Pokemons, then you do 90. Similar to that Cacturn. Yeah, same damage potential, but your opponent controls this. They may have an equal bench Pokemons, and this will be nothing. And Clang Scales! Unfortunately, Double Dragon Energy is gone. So you need 3 turns to charge this up. 130 damage. That's 2-shot, but your opponent does 30 more damage to it, compromising its own hit points. That stinks. That stinks. Nope. You're very low on the novelty level. We have Build Tank. It's like, wow, this ability. It must be good. Moo Moo Meow. When you attach an energy, you can heal 90 damage. 90 hit points. But that's so low hit points anyway. That's why, yeah, damage. It's gonna get 1-shot regardless. I don't think Moo Moo Meow is gonna be enough to save it. So we're gonna move on. Damage is so high these days. Altaria. Interesting. Dragon Melody. Flip a coin. If heads, put a dragon Pokemon from onto your bench. 3 deck. Mega Pokemon's included. Stage 2 Pokemon. It's like, hey, just give me a Komodo straight out. You just have to be lucky with coin flips with Victini. Evolve your Altaria. Get your, yeah, it sounds cool. If you can, if you can get 2 Pokemons out, that would be good. But yeah, it's eating up your attack too, so which kind of stinks. Yeah, and you have to use deck space for the Altaria. I don't think so. I'd rather just set up my Pokemons the normal way. Even Mega Pokemons could, the basic forms can fight while you're charging up. All right, so that's the cool thing about that Diggersby. We want to talk about Diggersby? Yeah. Well, wow. What did you eat, man? All right, Dig. What do you do? 60 damage. Choice Band 90. Near 2-shot potential. Flip a coin if hits. You're immune. You become God mode for 1 turn. Next turn. All effects. Yeah. You like Big Ditty decks? You control with Diggersby. Yeah, just like Wildlord. Alright, we're going to items now. Dash Pouch. When you retreat a Pokemon that has Dash Pouch, you get to keep all energies on it instead of discarding it, so it gets refunded. You lose energy off that Pokemon and it gets refunded. Is this competing? Can this be against Choice Band? No. A lot of cards we talked about, I said you need Choice Bands for 2 shots to get you the damage you need. You cannot play, spend 3 turns attacking a GX Pokemon. You need 2 shots. Moving on. Lose a mean. I wish this was a Galadian. No. What does it do with supporter? It's like a Verse Seeker, except you get it's a supporter, meaning you can't play it right away, unlike Verse Seeker. You get 2 supporters, or 2 stadiums, or any combination of the above, back into your hand. So, it's kind of like it feels kind of almost like a, what do you call it? Steven. Have you seen Steven in the play? No? If only Luzamine wasn't a supporter, it allowed you to play a supporter immediately. So this is why, she's competing for deck space. She's got to be worth that deck space. And I don't think she can do that. So, let's see. What else? We have the Sea of Emptiness, new stadium. When you evolve Pokemon, they keep their status conditions. Okay, if you're using status effects, this be nice. It's not, directly helpful all the time, but it's convenient to have. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can use this. Ravage Blade next up. Dark and Dragon Pokemons. Dark Pokemons already have something called Reverse Valley. Dragon Pokemons, it's like, yeah! 1 measly 10 damage could make the difference. It's a stadium. So what do you expect? Moving on, Counter Energy. Oh yeah. All those junk Pokemons that we thought, might not work. This may fix it. If you're losing and you can't use this on GX EX Pokemons, you have double everything energy. It counts as 2 energies of every type. Otherwise, it's 1 colorless energy. So, you always get some value. Yeah, you can't use it on GX, unfortunately, but basic every other Pokemon counts. So, okay, might make some of those other weird decks works, as long as you're losing in prize cards, which you might, at some point you might be. And the effect just unfortunately goes away if you don't have it. So it's hard to tell with this one. It's hard to tell. It looks strong, but we will see. We will see. And that is it. Now we get to see the full art Luzabine. It's like, wouldn't you have 3 copies of this in your standard except Guzma? It's like, yeah, switch roles. Oh, okay. So that is it. How long I've been talking? Whoa, 53 minutes about talking about Pokemon cards. That's how expansion reviews go. I think I'm done. Thank you very much, Integrals and the Frenchels. I don't know if you're still here, but if you're here, great. Great, this was almost a whole Pokemon video. So, we got the reviews done. It's time for me to take a break. I'm still thirsty. I'll see you guys next time, Integrals and the Frenchels. We'll have a deck video soon. Porygon. Okay. Yep, bye-bye.